Hello Sim Racers and welcome to my Project Cars 2 Top 5 video. Although this sim racing title can be a little hit and miss quality wise, it does contain a few hidden gems I love to race with, and this video will cover my top 5. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my lineup, or if you have another car you think we should be checking out. Okay, here we go, let the countdown begin. Kicking off the countdown at number 5 is the Renault Clio Cup car. This cheeky little hot hatch is a ton of fun to drive, even if it is front wheel drive. Its 4-cylinder engine chucks out an impressive 220 brake horsepower, which means it has got bags of torque understeer if you are too greedy with the throttle on corner exit. It has all the typical handling characteristics that come with a small, lightweight, short wheelbase car, which is to say it has a rear end that will try and snap round on you during throttle liftoff on corner entry, which can catch you out if you are not quick enough. A version of this car still runs today in various one make series all around the world. There is just something about a big grid of these cars all jostling for position on a national or club layout of your favourite circuit that always gets my sim racing juices flowing. Next up at number 4 is the GINETTA G40 Junior. This little club car is normally raced by youngsters starting out in their tin top careers, but can still be a lot of fun for those of us who may struggle to remember those days. Even though it only has 100 brake horsepower, it's still rear wheel drive and lightweight, so it can get into trouble if you're not careful. It's another one of those smiling juicing cars, as the racing is usually very close, and you always have to be aware of making sure you get your braking and gear changes timed just right to help keep the speed up and the car in the pack ready to strike. The cockpit and driving position work very well in VR, just adding to the overall enjoyment of this car in Project Cars 2. In at number 3 is the beautiful Ferrari F355 Challenge. This iconic 90s Ferrari is a car that's held a place in my heart since my Sega Dreamcast days, when I was first introduced to this car via the racing title F355 Challenge. It's a rear-wheel drive V8 sports car with a 6-speed H-pattern gearbox and over 375 brake horsepower to play with. It raced in its own one-make series, which was very popular. It's one of those cars that initially seems easy to drive until you start exploring the limit, and then you find out just how twitchy that rear end can be, and you can trust me on that. It has the ability to bring a smile to your face when you throw it into a complex of corners, whilst using a combination of steering and throttle inputs to dance the car right on the edge of grip. From a VR point of view, it has a very nicely detailed interior with a realistic driving position, and that just helps with the ever important immersion factor for me. Just missing out on the top spot, and coming in at number 2 is the mighty Ford Sierra Cosworth RS 500 Group A. This 400 brake horsepower car chucks all the power to the rear wheels, making it totally mental to drive at times when the power often far outweighs the available grip. This late 80s car was to me the maddest of all the old school tin tops, as it came without traction control or ABS, and then throw in a H-pattern gearbox and it was truly a driver's car that can catch out even the best drivers, so you can imagine how well I tend to fare in this one. It is just an assault on the sim racing senses and gives you a great workout just trying to keep it in a straight line when combined with a direct drive wheelbase. Again, it's another car that just feels right in VR with a very immersive cockpit and driver animations. And here we have it, my number one car on Project Cars 2, the awesome Caterham 7 620R. The ever popular series of Caterham cars can be found racing around circuits all over the world. And this rear wheel drive 310 brake horsepower open top race car is just fun on wheels, as you can hang the lightweight rear end out all race long and still keep it just about under control. This is one car that was made for VR, as it allows you to see those front wheels for pinpoint corner apexes, and just hanging your head out to the side on sharp turns never gets old. Everything just feels right about this car, from the force feedback on my direct drive wheel to the totally immersive driving position. It's a car everyone should throw around a track at least once in their sim racing lives.